A 52-year-old lady from Australia, Stephanie Rodriguez, has narrated her experience after going down with malaria such that both feet were amputated. According to her, she endured an 18-month nightmare when she contracted cerebral malaria from a mosquito bite during a visit to Lagos, Nigeria. In a report by the Sydney Morning Herald, the single mother and digital entrepreneur had been invited for a photo shoot next to a pool of stagnant water while speaking at a business gathering of travel executives. The socialite noted that it was while she was there she got bitten 3 times by a mosquito on her left ankle, armed with enough insect repellent. She said consciously doused herself in insect repellent owing to a bad reaction she suffered from an anti-malaria drug in the past. Days later, after flying to India, she said she began to feel tired and exhausted but dismissed the feeling, describing it as out of character, but put it down to compound jet lag. Her next stop was Boston. It was then it was her first time in the US, but her trip was abruptly cut short when she was rushed to hospital after struggling to eat and drink. An infectious diseases specialist had confirmed that she had cerebral malaria just 24 later, but then she had fallen into a coma. According to doctors, she had only a 2% chance of survival after ÂMÞপ্ৰভ, a drug used to treat severe malaria, sent her into a septic shock and organ failure. In a last-ditch effort to save her life, doctors used vasopressor drugs to redirect blood flow from her limbs to her vital organs. It was the last streak in the bag, and they cautioned my family that if I survived, there would be collateral damage, she said. The vasopressors rubbed my feet and hand. The things furthest from the heart of blood, and like frostbite and areas without blood and oxygen began to die. The drugs caused her feet and hands to blacken from necrosis, and at one point she witnessed her own toe fall off into her hand. It was horrible, absolutely horrible, completely unimaginable, she said. After being airlifted back to Australia, doctors advised her she would have to undergo an above the knee amputation along with several fingers. Horrified by the thought, she head off on the procedure, instead undergoing multiple skin grafts and surgeries to see if her condition would improve. Eventually, she had to have her remaining toes amputated and slowly came to the realization she couldn't put it off any longer. Wheelchair bound and unable to stand from unbearable pain, she underwent drastic surgery to have both feet amputated and replaced with above ankle bilateral or integrated implants and mechanical feet. It is bizarre, but I had to cut my feet off to walk again, she said. Attached to the ends of each rod via an Allen key are a pair of prosthetic feet which now allow Rodriguez to move freely again. But after 36 surgeries, Rodriguez is the first woman in Australia to receive the implant and mechanical feet, which was developed by Australian professor Mujed Al-Muderis. The Iraq, who became a leading surgeon of robotic limbs, convinced her that giving up her blackened dead feet was her only hope of walking again. Following surgery and hours of painful rehabilitation, Rodriguez celebrated a recent achievement of being able to walk in a pair of 4 centimeter kitten heels again. She said, I never really felt dressed until I had a pair of killer heels on. The higher, the better. That is just the sort of girl I was. Still am, she said. Oh my goodness. Nigerians will say, ordinary, common mosquito. Like seriously, could it be as a result of the drugs she took or what? Artesunate? I don't understand. Somebody had one time told me that all these Oyibo, they can't survive malaria, that they kid that like, well, it is now I'm beginning to understand where what the person was trying to let me know. Like seriously? Eh? Ha. Hey? What is this? How? Does mosquito cause amputation? Of course, you could see, you could hear the narration there. How may I demand more information about how it happens? If not, I will continue to imagine how the vast populace of Nigeria are still having their legs not amputated for mosquito bites. Please forgive me if you get me wrong. I'm only feeling if I'm in trance. Who say we are not doing well? Even our mosquitoes, they make news internationally. There's something she hasn't told us. Mosquito bites can't be enough reason for the complications. Of course, for somebody who is asking, she has already explained. She explained what happened. He's not Sahara. She explained what happened. All these Fulani mosquitoes are very deadly. I wish I'm Fulani mosquito. She went to Lagos now. This is not journalism. How can any sane man believe that kind of news? I beg, this is one no hard up. This one no hard up. Yeah, you know hard up. Person that gave the information by herself, but you didn't read the article. Of course, completely ass up. You have got a search engine on your phone. Say use it. May I recommend Google so that you go and confirm or find out how that can really be. Not a way we never see for this Buhari tenure. He should tell the world why his feet were amputated instead of accusing Nigerian mosquitoes. We were born to meet mosquitoes and we are still going strong like the rock of a Gibraltar. He's lying or she's lying. Even Nigerian mosquito are terrorists now. I don't believe this story because if indeed mosquito can cause amputation, then my whole organ or part needs to be amputated. You know, those are the things. A lot of things, something must have just gone wrong. Like I said, somebody once told me that all these white people that they can't survive malaria. I was just wondering how. But this is a typical example, which even me too. I think maybe there's more to that. But what from our own accounts, that is what really happened to her, and she has explained.